Hello, everybody. Welcome to something that is very near and dear to me. Just seeing this for the first time on Friday was a treasure in and of itself. This game is my favorite game of all time. Back in 1996, when this came out, I was about 6 years old, and I had never played an RPG game in my life. This was my introduction to the genre, and I remember vivid memories of completing this game. It was the first game I had ever completed. Such memorable characters, such memorable storytelling moments, memorable dialogue. You can play this game in about an entire day if you wanted to, if you put in the hours. It had such great fond memories for me that I was hoping that one day that it would be on the Switch, specifically on the Super Nintendo's Virtual Console, but it never showed up with the rest of it when the Super Nintendo stuff first came out. And then when I'm forgetting the word for it. When the Direct came out during the summer and they showed the opening sequence, the Super Mario RPG, I was like, okay, this is coming to the Super Nintendo. And then when I saw that they were going to do a remaster, I was ultra excited. I was so waiting for this game to come out. And now that it's here, and I've been playing a lot of it, trust me, I've gone through all the little bits and pieces that they've added to this game, and it is so much better than the original. It's done things to keep you engaged. There's a lot more stuff to be added onto this, and I want to share it with everybody, and that's what I'm going to do today. We tried to do this on Friday, but I realized that my mic wasn't on. My mic was physically on, but for some reason, Streamlabs wasn't picking up the feed from the mic, so you can only hear my co-host. But since it's on a Sunday today, I decided to replay the first chapter, which is what we did today, on Friday, I should say. And I'm just going to show everybody this game, because I want to show everybody it, because it's an amazing game from top to bottom. You can't go wrong with this game. So we're gonna go right into it, and we're gonna do normal because I've played this game numerous times. I've beaten it numerous times. I'm ready to go. Classic intro right there. Even the way that the angles look with the castle brings me back to when this game first came out in 96. The sound effects are still the same when it came to that. But this is a little bit different. Get a little camera angle difference. Alright, let's delve in. So you'll notice right away that Mario is sprinting on his own. Now what they did was, compared to last game, you had to hold down the Y button in order to run, if you wanted to sprint and stuff. But now, Mario just automatically sprints. Now, there is something in the game mode, or on the pause menu, I should say, where you can actually change it to where he's walking like in the original. Now, I didn't show off the time attack here, but there is a way for you to actually get more damage on your opponents. All you have to do is just time your attacks. And the way you do that is by following the sound. Now, my sound on that I'm hearing in my headphones is on a little bit of a delay because it's getting it from the Elgato and not so much the TV. And if I try to play the TV audio, you're going to get like double the bass, and you don't want that here. And a little something different this time, you actually get experience. This is considered, back then this was considered a tutorial. So you didn't really gain any experience points from doing this. But what we're going to do now is go to a very infamous fight between Mario and Bowser after he kidnapped the princess. And the Chain Chomps are holding bones in their mouths. Now, in order to get past the Bowser here, everybody made the mistake in the beginning that you're supposed to fight Bowser just by hitting him. But no, the key is to actually hit that chain link right there. And the way to do that is to just to jump on it. Now, at some point, I don't know if Peach does this, but Peach will tell you, like, Mario, the chain, aim for the chain, and, you know, this was what happens. We're making sure that the Chain Champ can hold on to the chandelier for Bowser. Now, by the way, this Chain Chomp thing was actually called a Kink Link in the Super Nintendo version, but now they are not going to use that name for obvious reasons, because kink means something else in today's day and age. And so Bowser's just going to throw hammers at us to try to make us fall down. And now we're going to have a chandelier fight. Classic crying from Bowser there. The animation of Bowser just crying tears in this game. And God, that's a really tall castle that they're able to keep falling and have a conversation like this in the air. But again, anime logic. This game was developed by Square Enix back in the day. Square, I believe, still does games for Nintendo, but not on this level. Massive earthquake with making the castle shake. Peach originally in the Super Nintendo version said she was going to fall, which obviously we don't want people thinking that's going to be the case. And here we go. The main villain of this game is about to come crashing down and taking something along with it. A giant sword comes from the hellfire, because that was definitely not heaven, that was hellfire. Destroyed a giant star in the sky and came crashing down into Bowser's castle. You'll notice all these shooting stars going around. And Mario flies off. Now, I won't read the dialogue this time around, because some people have played this game and get the idea. Toad is basically here to pick up Princess Peach, because Mario's just like, oh, you know, I'll just go grab the princess and I'll bring her back. You know, you could be the escort. And Toad's just like, okay, whatever. Now, something new with this game is this box right here is actually a storage box. Now, along the way, we're going to be grabbing items, but in normal mode, you can only carry a certain amount of items. So, for example, if you were to buy a mushroom, you can only carry 10 mushrooms with you. So any other mushrooms that you grab past 10 automatically go into this storage box. And along the way, if you start running out of mushrooms, I'm just using this as an example, you can come back to Mario's pad, go into the storage box, and just grab some mushrooms and put it back into your inventory. Now, in, I believe, Breezy mode, there is no limit on how many particular items that you can have. But in normal mode, they made it so that it's tougher for you because they put a limit on how many of a specific item you can carry. Now, in the Super Nintendo version, there was only a certain amount of items that you can have in your inventory in total. And if you ran out of items, you had to go and delete some of them out of your inventory, which was not always cool because there were so many that we needed to have. But yeah, generally this is like your normal pad. If you ever needed to come back here and rest and you didn't want to pay money at an inn, you could do so here. You just click on this light right here, you just turn it off, and then it gets you into the bed, and then you fall asleep. Boom. And that's it. We have the classic save file box here. If you ever needed to save your game, this is what you would jump on. I've already gotten up to 5 stars on one of my other files right now. Now, in the SNES version, there used to be 4 save slots. Now they just have 3. Because I guess 4 is an unlucky number in Japan, so they didn't want to do that. So, we click on Toad here. Toad is just waiting for the princess, realizes we don't have the princess with us. And in this game, Mario is completely silent. He has, what's the word? Mario is has a lot of variations of Paper Mario. Paper Mario does not say a word in any of his games, but Paper Mario has gotten influence from this Mario. Mario does not talk. So he just uses charades in this one. And there is an autosave option. Hello, Steve. I have no idea why, but I'm getting big George Wood vibes right now. Well, if you watched Gaming in the Clinton years, he did review this game. And I can't remember exactly what he said. Now I'm going to have to go back and watch it, if it's still on YouTube. Now, if he was still around today, I wonder what he would be saying about this game. But yeah, Toad basically gives us a tutorial on, like, the save box, and he'll give us more of a tutorial on timed attacks coming up later down the line. But this is the overworld. Very different. I mean, it still has the same music, and it's got the same look of the entire map. But it's just now because it's on the Switch, now it's a lot more, you can show a lot more, and plus the graphics are just incredible here. So Mario goes back to Bowser's Keep here, realizes that there's a giant frickin' sword right in the middle of the castle, and realizes, like, oh, okay, this sword is now taken over. The Smithy Gang is who's responsible for doing all this, and their plan is basically to conquer the world, and that's all I can say right now until we actually get closer, because guess what this sword's gonna do? Cause an earthquake, destroy this bridge, and making so that Mario can't actually reach the castle. Because for all we know, the princess is still inside, and Bowser's still inside. We just don't have access, so we don't know what we're gonna do. Now, in the original version, Mario did not climb the mountain. You just saw him looking off in the distance and then running back home. But in this one, he's actually climbing a mountain, which I think is a better way to show off Mario. It's like, okay, you just climbed a mountain just to avoid falling to your doom on a bridge. Alright, so we're going to go talk to Toad inside our house. Mario house. No Luigi. Although we will get a Luigi reference somewhere down the line. So yeah, Mario communicates through charades here. And somehow everybody is able to figure out exactly what he's saying. Which, I mean, incredible for all of these people that they're just automatically able to tell what Mario is saying through his game of charades. Plus, Mario's going to be shape-shifting too. So this is the point in the game where Toad is... Toad is going to be figuring out, but he's going to be giving a tutorial on not only items, but going to tell you about timed hits if you've never played this game and you wanted to know about how timed attacks work. He would give you this tutorial right here. We don't need to do that because I've played this game multiple times over the years. The timed attacks on this one are just a little getting used to, because now that they added animation to the enemy's attacks, I have memorized every enemy and how they've attacked, and I've been able to do time attacks like that. This one, since the animation has changed, it's now me getting used to these new enemies doing these new style of attacks, even though it's the same attack that they're doing. But a lot of the special attacks now, their animations are completely different. And back in the SNES version, you could not defend mostly against special magic attacks. Now there's an opportunity for you to defend against magic attacks. Some you can't defend, and it'll actually tell you if you can't defend it. But in this one you can, and that's something to get used to, because if you got hit with a magic attack, you better hope you had enough defense or you had a good enough armor, because you would have lost the majority of your health, especially if you were a character that you'll see later on down the line. Alright, so there we go. We got mushrooms. That's going to be our HP item that we're going to be eating. And hi, Mooney. Yes, I figured out what happened after you said something about it after the stream was done. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I figured out that it was... It has something to do with the way that my audio thing functions. Like, because my microphone wasn't working on Discord, I had to change the settings on Discord, and that somehow changed the settings in Streamlabs. So, it's very strange. Very strange. Alright, so now we're in Mushroom Way. We are just going to be going through this place because we just need to get to the Mushroom Kingdom. But there are enemies along the way, and we need some battle experience because we got a boss coming up. So you'll notice that there's like a chains here. This will actually help increase your action gauge, and it will do other things when you have other partners coming into the fray. And now it's easier to tell how many experience points you need in order to level up, because back in the day you had to go into your pause menu and actually look it up if you wanted to know. So you get boosts in your magic defense, your magic attack, your regular defense, depending on which characters you have, because this is something new to the game. Characters, depending on which combo team you have, actually has different elements that get added on. Like, they could increase like your defense, your magic defense, your attacks or your magic attacks. And depending on if you keep a chain higher than 5, you get a really big boost. And that's important, because it can really help you with dealing with enemies that are just a pain in the neck. And you'll notice this gauge right here, and I know it's got the funny number. But once that reaches 100%, we are able to do a special maneuver. So this is something new that was added to the game. And you'll also notice that when I hit an enemy, there's a huge bubble that just comes in and starts bursting and hitting other enemies. This is also something that was added into it. Actually, the recoil from the fight that you have with another enemy can bounce off and damage another enemy close by, which is really helpful if you want to start taking out some of these strong defenders. And now you'll see that I'll show off. Now let me show this off. So you hit the minus button, and then here you have this thing called Toad Assist. Yeah, I'll do that, Mooney, next time around. I mean, we'll definitely do this again, because I got to show off Chapter 2. So you get this thing called Toad Assist. So what happens is this treasure chest comes into play, and it's randomized, and what are we going to get here with this egg? We got an eggshell. What does that do? Oh, it increases our defense. Now, there are other things inside that treasure chest that you can end up getting. You get something that's equivalent to an item that helps attack. There's one that also increases your HP. or fills your HP back up and increases your attack, and so on and so forth. So what we have here is we leveled up. So now we get an increase in our stats, and we also get a bonus. Now, back in the SNES days, if you went in a certain order, that would mean that you would get an increase in a certain category. So you got physical, you got HP, and you got magic. And depending on which level you reached, that would give you a larger bonus than the other two. But now in this remaster, the rules have changed dramatically, because now you need to start having your characters going into a specific build because of their strengths. Mario, for example, is a physical attacker, but he also has the ability to use fire and jumping attacks. And there are characters that are weak to fire and jumping, and you're going to see that later on down the line. So it's important that you actually start maxing out a couple of key categories, because you're going to be going up against enemies that have these weaknesses. And with the combos of the characters that you're going to be having on your team later on down the line, that combo is also going to be beneficial with the amount of build that you do. So I'll explain it all down the line when we get further to it. But, I mean, we got to stop this Goomba because it's attacking our Toad friend here. And you'll notice sometimes enemies drop these little bonuses for us. Coins. They also start dropping frog coins, but if they drop frog coins, they are a lot tougher. Now, frog coins are a second currency in this game that can help you buy items in two specific areas that you'll see later on down the line. But we also have regular coins that are going to help us when we want to buy armor, weapons, items. So we're going to be looking out for all of this. And leveling up here, it's not as important as getting certain armor in this game, but it's always good to level up because it will increase your stats, and you're going to go up against some pretty gnarly opponents here. So as you'll notice, we've been fighting Goombas and Paratroopers the entire time. Don't worry, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning of the game. We are going to be meeting a lot of different enemies here. Now you'll notice every time you don't use a time attack, your chain will automatically break. And then you need to build it back up again if you want the boosts. What I say to that is, don't worry about if you miss an attack and everything. I know everyone likes to keep their boosts and everything, and it can be tough, but you don't need to worry too much about it. Because this game is still incredibly, incredibly easy if you know exactly what to do. So we've got a pick-me-up. That item will help any of your fallen allies. You could just use that item to bring them back to life, and it will automatically heal them. Now, I haven't shown off the magic attacks yet, because I'm going to be saving it for the boss. But Mario has the ability to jump so far. And we're going to be using that when we're going up against the boss coming up in a few minutes. But we're just using normal attacks here because, you know, we're trying to conserve as much as we have. Saving Toad from the Paratroopers. We found a flower tab. Now, these items will actually increase your flower points, which is what we're going to be using to use our magic attacks. So this is technically our mana. The Goomba there was trying to hide while we were trying to get that treasure chest, but I saw what he was doing. Okay. So that mushroom right there automatically heals everything. So what we're going to do now is we are going to go... I just noticed the Spiny does the Sonic jumping noise. Now I'm going to use that for later on down the line. Alright, let's use a mushroom really quickly here, because we're about to go into battle. Alright, we should be all good for the boss. And yes, first boss is a Hammer Brother. Or a Hammer Bro. Who's kidnapped Toad. Toad seems to be getting kidnapped by a lot of these baddies here. Yes, apparently a hammer can get angry. And there's 2 Hammer Brothers that we have to go up against. So, alright. So, you see right here, this is the special. And we're going to be using that jump attack right there to take out these Hammer Brothers. So now that the first Hammer Brother's dead, the second one is actually going to increase its defense so that it could actually take the jumping hits. Alright, I'm going to use an item here because we ran out of flower points. We need to just... Ooh, we didn't get a freebie on that one. If you're lucky, a lot of times if you use an item, there's this message that says get a freebie, and you automatically get the item back. So that's one of the great things about this. Sometimes if you use an item, you don't lose it. You just get it right back. And there we go. That's how you defeat the Hammer Brothers. You just attack them, and then boom. And we got a flower jar out of it, which is always good. And that right there is going to be Mario's first weapon. We're actually going to be equipping that hammer to make ourselves even stronger. And which I'm going to equip right now because I don't want to forget later. Alright, so let's go into the pause menu and let me show you everything. So this is your active party right here. Once you start getting more allies, you'll be able to switch them around. You'll be able to see exactly what the gauge move is. Equip, this is what we're doing now. We're going to equip that hammer, then increase our attack. We got specials, so you can see all of Mario's magic attacks and what level they can learn everything at. And it'll tell you how many flower points and how much big the power is. These are all the items that we have right here. Which, by the way, let me use this flower jar. Alright, let me go back. So we got the items right here. We got special items that are kind of like the story mode items. We got our journal here. So this is new. This is new to the Mario RPG game. You get a list of all of the monsters that you fought. And you can keep track of like what their weaknesses are, where you fought them, how many times you beat them, and finding all this stuff out. So it's a good tool to have if you're like one of those people that likes to really get monster lists and stuff. And this is the system, so you got settings right here. And you could change them around, like if you wanted to go back to regular walking mode like in the original, you could do so. The battle controls are right here. I changed it to Type B because this was what it was like back then. Nowadays with the Type A, like you just pushed one, but like if you wanted to do special, you would hit the Y button, then you had to hit the A button. But in the SNES version, all you had to do was like, if you wanted to do special moves, you would just hit Y, 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 and it made it a lot easier. This one, I haven't really tried it. Yeah, so it's like you always choose to attack or heal in battle, and then you could skip it if there's only one target on the field. I don't really like doing that, so I'm just going to skip it. Now, of course, you can change the difficulty if it gets too hard for you. And then this one, if you wanted to, you can go back to playing the original music from the SNES version if you really wanted to. But I kind of like the modern version, so we're going to keep the modern one going. And you got the world map here. If you ever want to go back to it, you can. If you ever need to go back to a certain place, you can. That way you don't have to keep going back and forth. Like you have an instant map teleportation if you really needed to go someplace and then go back to where you were on your journey. So, let's get into the Mushroom Kingdom. So here we are in the Mushroom Kingdom. What I'm going to do... Oh, it's this lady. Hey, Mario, look what you're standing in. And then you just jump, and it's like, gotcha. Always like that. She's a troll. So we're gonna go in here. This is anything that has a star in a town. This is the inn. You can rest up in here if you so desire. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna save right here because what we're about to do is extremely important. You can only do this once in the game. We're gonna go up into the kingdom and we're gonna find hidden boxes. Because hidden boxes are a must in this game. Because what's going to end up happening is, depending on how many hidden boxes you find, you may get a specific item in a future town, which I can't show off yet. But this one, you have to... we didn't get it. Alright. Gonna reset. Gonna go back in here. So what I was supposed to do is I'm supposed to get on top of Toad's head when he gets to the door. I'm supposed to jump onto this balcony, and the balcony will have a hidden treasure chest up there with a frog coin. So I'm going to go back and do that, because that's the only time in the game where you can actually get that hidden treasure. There's no other opportunity for you. So this is extremely important to get to that one. Got to be careful not to go to the autosave file. Now, I will say, there is a lot of jazz influence in this music, which I love. So here we go. Right up here. And there you go. That's your first hidden treasure of the game. Now, don't be afraid to do it as many times as you need to, because it's not easy getting that, because Toad sprints in that one. And the SNES version is a lot easier. So, this guy in the green Toad outfit is the Chancellor. Because, yes, the Mushroom Kingdom is a monarchy that's run by a chancellor and not by the princess. So we went to the chancellor because we need help in order to get to Bowser's Keep, which we don't know how to do it. So now Mario's going to be doing charades to try to communicate everything that's happened here. Then watch this. Yes, Mario can shapeshift when he's doing charades. Mario's trying to explain he can't get to her because the bridge is out. And he also has the power of God. He can just make earthquakes happen when he's doing these stories. So that's why we're seeing the Chancellor, because we really need help. So Mario's like, oh, I'm off, Mario. And then he just falls on his face. Oh, yes. And if you needed to find out how to equip things, this is like the tutorial on how to equip. But we already know how to do it, so. One of my favorite parts is coming up here. Oh, yeah, he also tells you about buying items and everything. And he's like, Mario! And he just falls down. In the SNES version, it's a lot funnier, because it's like, wow, because he's falling down multiple flights. But in this one, he went very fast. Alright, so we're about to go on a long journey. We're about to go around the entire world in order to get to the castle. So to prepare, we have to go to the cellar, where this vault guard will actually tell us about treasure chests. Alright, so these are examples of treasure chests. We got a treasure chest that has a small coin and large coins. So large coins are worth 10, the small ones are worth 1. And we have a 10 right here, so we run into that. We get a flower treasure chest. This one actually can get you some more flower points, because obviously we're going to need that if we want to keep using magic. And hi, John Nuke. One of my personal favorite SNES games indeed. Also, hey, Joe. Hi, good to see you again, John. I'm just explaining everything here. And we got this. So, a mushroom, as I showed before, this automatically heals your party if you run into it. It comes in really handy when you're going up against a boss Usually they have a lot of these treasure chests with mushrooms in it when you're getting close to a boss battle, so that you don't have to worry about it. Alright, so let's go over here, because we're about to reach the princess's room. Okay, this is Peach's grandmother. And we got a little Easter egg here, so if you take a look, found Peach's question mark. Now, we had just basically found Princess Peach's porn stash / sex toy box. Not kidding. This is actually meant to say that the princess is partaking in sexual activity when she's by herself, and the grandmother knows about it, so in order to get us away from there, she gives us a mushroom. So just so you know, the princess is into some really naughty things. But again, like every human, they're sexual creatures. Unless you're ace like me. But even then. Okay, so we got our first major cutscene with dialogue that's not voice acted. So, who's this puffy looking thing chasing this crocodile? Oh, fall flat on his face. Oh, that crocodile stole his grandfather's coin. Was it a frog coin by any chance? Uh-oh. So this character looks like when he cries he can summon a rainstorm. Yep. It's a rainstorm caused by this character. Well, we obviously got to stop him. We don't want rain. We don't want a hurricane over here. And he has the power to stop the rain. I mean, this guy is a literal weather report. And he doesn't remember why he cried. There's a lot of these, like, fall down moments when stuff like this happens. So yeah, his grandpa told him to come to the kingdom because he had to buy something, and then the coin was stolen. So he can't obviously pay for it. This lady is impressed by Mario's jumping ability. And this character is all like, oh my god, you're Mario. So this character's name is Mallow. He comes from Tadpole Pond. He's a frog, apparently, even though he looks nothing like a frog. And he asks us for help to catch that crocodile. So obviously we're agreeing to it. So Mallow has joined our party. Now you'll notice, like, if you played the SNES version, Mario and Mallow often did the peace sign whenever they did a victory stance. But they stopped doing the peace sign with these characters. There's a specific reason for it. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, here's the scrapbook. It's got all of the major things that happened over the course of the story. And if you want to go back, you can go and read this, if you so desire. Alright, well, let's go to the item shop and let's actually stock up on things, because that's what we need to be doing. And here's this old man. This guy's waiting to give his item to Mallow, and Mallow's like, I don't have the coin, good sir. We're actually going to go get it back from the guy who stole it from us. And we're also going to be doing something else in the basement, because there's some hidden treasure chests down there. Alright, oh, we gotta pick me up, okay. So let's actually go shopping for things. Okay, so we need to stock up on some armor, because we don't have any armor on us. So we're going to equip a shirt to Mario, and we're also going to get some pants for Mallow, and we're going to equip it on here. This is also something new. So you automatically didn't equip things when you bought them. You had to go into your inventory and actually equip them on in the menu, which was daunting to say the least. I don't know if we actually need any of this stuff yet. We'll probably save it for later, because we barely have any money as it is. But let me just check really quick. And hello, everybody out there who's watching right now. I'm happy that you're here with us. Yeah, again, we tried doing this on Friday, but my microphone was all screwy, so that was a little bit rough. But we're here right now, and thankfully I have the week off from work because of the holidays, so I could be here with all of you to actually show off this game. And I'm probably going to be doing more of it as our Fridays, because this is usually going to be, I think, our Friday type of deal until like the next game comes out. But and I really want to show off the post game stuff, because from what I hear, the post game stuff is like really, really tough, which I'm excited for. Okay, so sorry, I'm just making sure to see if I really, really need it. Nah, I don't think I need it for right now. Look, I was contemplating on whether or not I really needed the jump shoes or the antidote pin, because look at that. That's a lot. That's like eating up most of our money, and we don't have the time for that. So, let's actually stock up on some other stuff while we're at it, shall we? So, the honey syrup will increase our FP, as you saw in the battle. There's the pick-me-up, which, like I said, if you have a fallen ally, you can use it to heal them back up. Cleansing juice, which used to be called Able Juice, but because Nintendo realized that ableism exists, they changed it to Cleansing Juice instead. One of Mallow's moves that was originally called Psychopath has now been changed because, again, Nintendo realized that ableism exists. And so we're gonna get Cleansing Juice. Now this will help us with any physical ailments that we may have. Not physical ailments, but any status ailments that we may have, like if we're poisoned, or if we're scared, or if we ended up getting muted, which means that we can't use special attacks. We can use the Cleansing Juice if we so desire to heal us from that. Okay. Okay, we should be good. No more cash. So now we're going to go into battle. Toad here has got something to report to us. Oh, he's talking about the Croc. He's talking about the Croc, and Mario, of course, is going to start shape-shifting to show it off. There you go. Lost his bazooka at home. He can't stop a Croc. And the Croc has got a Joe Pesci accent. Oh, I almost forgot about the treasure chests. Let me show those off before I go off. Oh, so Toad gave us a map. So we're officially Dora the Explorer now. We can go and to different parts of the... oh, sorry, I went to the wrong place. Yeah, we could basically teleport to anywhere on the map that we've been to already. I forgot to go into the basement here. So, you jump on this old lady's head, there's a treasure chest, and then boom. Yeah, so if you wanted to put this ring on, it will help you find treasures if you wanted to get there. And, yeah, we're just going to stay on this old lady's head as she's moving, because there's another treasure chest in the area. Oh, I guess I didn't hit the right one. There we go. And that's how you do that. So let's go after that Croc, because we really need that frog coin, because Mallow really needs to get his, really needs to get this item for his grandpa. From apparently what this item is like, it's apparently like the Blue Eyes White Dragon of all items. Alright, we're on the hunt for crocodiles. Rest in peace, Steve Irwin. Alright, so that was just explaining to us that FP is shared amongst an entire party. Not one individual character has a set of FP, or mana, in this game. So, Now, let me show off, yeah, so as I was saying, it was called Psychopath, now it's called Thought Peak. So let me show off Mallow. Mallow is a magic user and is also a healer, in a sense. So he rarely has physical attacks, so that's what we're going to be using him for. We're going to be using him as sort of a... We're going to be using him sort of a special attacker and attack multiple enemies. And you saw that little exclamation point? That's the time when you should be able to hit the time attacks. After a while, once you start perfecting it, it will go, the exclamation point will go away. And if you start losing your edge on how to do it, then it will go back to showing it off. And you'll notice that certain monsters have weakness to elements, and depending on the elements you have, you'll be able to tell exactly which ones are weak to what. Like, for example, Mallow has the elements of thunder and ice, but we won't get the ice move until later on down the line. Now, this is something new to the game, the remaster. There are enemies that are pretty much jacked up in terms of strength. These enemies carry frog coins. Now, frog coins, like I said, are a second currency, and you want to take these ones out as quickly as possible because they are strong and they do not let up. They have a lot more HP, they have a lot more attack and defense, magic-wise. Crikey, John says. Alright, Mario leveled up. We're at level 3, which is where we need to be for him. Let's see, what are we going with? We are going with... Okay, we just learned Fireball, so this will come in handy, because Croco is weak to fire. Are there any other enemies around here that we need to go after? No, we're all good. Alright, so let's save right here. And you'll start running into other obstacles here, like, oh, and new enemies as well. And Mario's got a very high jump, so in case you fall off of something, Mario can instantly get back up. Yeah, and that's not easy to, Yeah, like I was saying before, some of these animations are a lot different than in the SNES one, so it's harder to know exactly when to do it. Because you have muscle memory from the other game. And now you have to completely change your muscle memory in this one. Alright, there's a hidden treasure right here. Wow, got it on the first try. That one's not easy to get. So we got Croco Cola. That will help us if we really need it. 100 miles and running. Alright, again, we're going to take out these enemies because we really need to get everybody's... We really need to get everybody's strength up here. The highest level you can get in this game is level 30. And 20 is the minimum that you need in order to take out the final boss. Alright, so Mallow. So the way that Mallow works is we want to make sure that we focus more on special or magic attacks. And we're not so much, since he's not really a physical attacker, we're not going to be using this. His build is going to be more magic, and there are certain levels where his HP really, like, goes up to, like, 9 points. So, or 7 points. So we're going to be focusing more on his magic, just to try to get that up. And also, if you really need to, Mallow's got healing moves. So if you really wanted to use HP Rain to heal and you didn't want to use an item, you can use flower points to, you know, heal instead of using an item. Alright, continuing on. Whoa! We have a Goomba that's strong! Here we go. Wow, even then. So you saw right there, dropped a frog coin, which we'll be using later on down the line to buy some items if we really need it, but they're not that important. I found. Yeah, and that one is not easy to defend against, but I'm getting better as I keep playing. Alright, so we got an instant heal right there, and now we're about to go venture off. And my football team just won. Miami Dolphins just won. So we're good for the day. Alright, so this treasure chest right here is very important. Once we grab it, this is going to be the first instance of a power star. When you get a power star, you can knock out all the opponents and without having to battle. And you'll see it right here. So there you go. You got your sense of what that's like. So, what just happened there was we just basically took out 10 or so canines, and we got experience points from that without having to actually battle, without having to use any of our moves, any of our FP. So we did good on that front. Now that treasure chest I'm going to save for later because there's a mushroom in there, and I'm just going to take care of all these enemies right here because we really need to grind in this game. And a lot of these enemies are easy to take down. And every time you get a flower... Oh, we got a lucky. I'll show what that's like once we get this battle done. Alright, so we got a lucky flower. And what this does, this can either double our coins or double our experience points. And what you have to do is this. You have to follow the Yoshi egg. Now, we didn't get it right, so we end up losing all our coins. But if you ended up getting it right, it would double it. If you got the bird, it would be a tie and you wouldn't get anything. Thankfully, there were coins, so I'm not that worried about it. Wow, this paratrooper really flies. Woohoo! Look at that trooper fly. Oh, we got a paratrooper that's a star. Alright, we got Mario to level 4, I believe. Alright, let me see what... Oh, you'll notice, like, and also these characters now dance whenever somebody else levels up. Cute. And this music is very danceable, too. Boom, boom. Alright, moving on. Trying to do some more. Oh, we got a paratrooper. That's a star. Wow, that one was easy to take down. Alright, let's see what this one does. Double coins. Okay, let's see if I can get this one. Got it. Alright, so you'll see, it doubled our coins, and then boom. It also does, like I said, experience points, but we haven't seen any of that yet. Alright, one more battle, and Mallow should level up to level 4. Alright. Alright, so you'll see right here, max HP goes up by 6 points, which is really huge. So that's what we're going to go with. Alright, I don't think there are any more enemies, but let me do a run around here. Let me just check. Oh, there was one. There's a Goomba just waiting in the distance. Alright, let me check to see any other Scadlers running around here. Did I get all of them? Yep, I think we're good. Alright. Time to go heal up. And now we gotta go chase Croco. Yeah, so we have to sneak up behind Croco, tag him. So we're basically playing tag with him. We gotta do it one more time. And now, we're gonna get our coin back, thankfully. Because we really need it. I lied. Alright, so Croco is weak to fire. So, we are basically gonna use Mario as our fire attacker. And Mallow is gonna be our support throughout this fight. So here we go. And because he's weak to fire, now he's on fire and he can't attack us. Alright, so what we'll do for the time being is, well, I mean, what we're gonna do is we're just basically gonna attack. Alright, I'm gonna use a honey syrup, so that way we keep our FP in check. I was hoping we would get a freebie on that honey syrup, but we didn't. Alright, we got him healing, which is fine. Not worried too much about that. And there we go. Boss battle's over. I remember my friends and I, when we first played this game as 6-year-olds, we had a tough time beating it. I was the first one in my friend group to beat it, and I just had a whole bunch of pick-me-ups that I bought. I didn't even think about the concept of fighting enemies and leveling up. I just leveled up through boss battles, and I just used pick-me-ups to get me through the whole game. But then I learned the concept of how RPGs work as I got older, and I changed my strategy. But that's how I beat the game for the first time. And that's how I beat Croco for the first time. And there we go. So you basically just use the fireball on Croco until he goes down. And then Mao's your support system. Now the roles are going to be reversed for when we go up against the next boss battle. Which won't be for a while. But we're going to go back to the Mushroom Kingdom. Oh, we found somebody's wallet. Well, maybe if somebody lost a wallet, we'll be able to give it to them. Alright. So what we're going to do now, since that was a boss battle, we are automatically healed. We are now going to go back to the Mushroom Kingdom. And we're going to use the map to teleport back and get the item. Oh my god, what the hell happened here? We got Shy Guys on pogo sticks attacking toads. Wallet. Yes, wallet. Oh, we got 10 coins out of it. Oh, let me use the flower tab while I'm at it. I forgot to do that. Alright, let's go save the townsfolk from these Shymores. They used to be called Shysters. Now they're Shymores. Oh, hey, this is the guy whose wallet went missing. We're going to give it back to him, and he's going to give us a flower tab. How nice of the guy. This will increase our flower points. Now let's go stop some of these Shymores. Now, you see that hot shot right there? That used to be called Drain. Now it's called Hot Shot. And you can actually defend against that now. Back in the day, you couldn't. So that's good to see. Is there anybody in this house I forgot? Nope. Hey, these people didn't mind a Shymore just banging at their house. And you have no idea who they're attacking, so. Oh god, they're attacking a poor family's house, especially the kitchen. A kitchen is a sacred place. Yesterday, I cooked for friends of mine, and I made tomato ricotta pasta. And they loved it. One of the I actually cooked for like one of my friend's daughters, and she was like, "I love this so much, I'm gonna eat until I puke." And I was like, please don't do that. But I'm glad you like it. But please, it's like, oh, it's cheesy, it's saucy, it's everything I want. I'm gonna puke this. And I was like, no. And this daughter of my friend's actually had coffee. Like at the same time, so it was like a whirlwind of emotions. Good ones, I should say, not bad ones. Those monsters, no one attacks the kitchen. Uh-oh. We forgot there's the child upstairs. That Shymore better not be doing anything to that kid. Oh god, they're bouncing on the bed. Somebody stop him. And gets away with it, yes. Well, we saved the child. And we got a free flower tab out of it. Yay! Oh my god, that kid is bouncing like a JoJo stand. Watch this. Whoa. Wow, he will not let me bounce on his head. Whoa! This has never happened before. There we go. Now, Circus was saying that I would put this on, I would just have Mario standing on top of this kid's head just bouncing, and I would just have this on a loop for 10 hours. She'd think that I would actually have the time to do that. And she was right, I would. If I really did have the time to do that, I would have made that a 10-hour loop with this music. But no such luck, because we got to go save the castle, because I'm sure there are many toads in there that are being attacked right now. Like this one. That kid is like Mudama on the bed, yeah. Up, we gotta level up. Alright, what are we doing? We are doing... everyone's hiding in the princess's bedroom. Let's just hope they haven't found the porn stash. No, I don't think she said 24 hours, because there's no way that I would be able to do a 24-hour thing. Alright, let's get... Oh, let me use that flower tab. Yeah, we need these. I have never gotten the chain up to 100, so that's going to be the goal. Oh, I probably should have waited to go into the other room. Protect the porn stash at all costs. Well, that's what the grandma's there for. Oh, I love this guy. Never mind that, guess what I found? It's a gold coin, and it's all mine. I can just picture Toad in the corner like, I've been waiting for you, Mario. Alright, so we got a wake-up pin. That would come in handy in case an enemy ever tries to put us to sleep. Alright, so let's go in here. Let's get all the treasure. Actually, you know what? Let me get rid of this Shymore right here, because he's just in the way. Alright, we got level 5 for Mallow. Mooney, Oh yes, Mooney was, and all the Circus Mooney and Sylph were talking about how much they love Peach's bed and that they would love to have that as a bed one of these days. Oh, I broke the chain. Oh well. Toad's gonna go up while the Shymore is still alive. And I was like, can you at least wait till we're done beating them all up before you go upstairs? Alright, let's go see if there's any naughty Toads up here. Oh my god. We still haven't... There's still more of these Shymores. Oh yes, Mooney, I know that you like the blue bedding because blue's your color. But I'm sure you would still want the aesthetics of like this modern bed, just not with the pink sheets. All right, let's go in. Like, I'ma head out. Okay, so all the Toads are safe. Everybody in the kingdom is safe except for the Chancellor. The Chancellor's not in the room. So there you go, Mooney. You get a chance to look at the bed again. Okay, we got a flower tab. Toad went into the porn stash to get us a flower tab. And the grandmother here is going to heal us because she thought we were actually going to sleep in the princess's bed. Not to say that that is not the first time that we've done that. I'm sure Mario's been in there a lot of times. Or maybe not. Maybe he was just like, you know, princess, I'm not really interested. Alright, let's go save the Chancellor. More Shymores. Alright, let's take him out. Now, you might be thinking, why did I just use a normal attack with Mallow? Well, I'm trying to save up on my flower points, because we're about to head into the first major boss of this game, and I don't want to use my flower points on any more Shymores. Ooh. Ooh, 2 misses in a row. Oh, I was hoping for a third miss. Even though that would be disadvantageous to me, I would have been like, ooh, 3 misses. I've never seen 3 misses in a row. Alright, now that we cleared that up. Oh my god. There's all these Shy Guys on pogo sticks. Technically, they're swords. They're just bouncing on there. It's like, oh, it's a pogo stick party. And here we have our first... Oh, not yet. We still gotta beat these little shysters here. John, shysters are like, what the fuck? It's that bloody plumber. Quick, into character. Okay, so we have our first major boss of the game. This is Claymorton, formerly known as Mac, because the play on words was that he was a jackknife. But in this one, he is a Scottish sword, which I'm sure a sword is a lot better than a jackknife. Yeah, they're a lot stronger, I think. I think the Claymore could actually take out a jackknife any day of the week. So maybe it's for the better that they changed his name. But we always knew him as Mac. Okay, so here we go. First major fight. This is one of Smithy's minions. So, in this one, Clay Morton is actually weak to electricity. And Mallow is going to be the star here because he's going to be using Thunderbolt on everybody to knock him out. And Mario's going to be the supporting cast. So here we go. Since we don't really have to heal or do flower points or anything, we're just going to attack Clay Morton with the hammer. And yes, that stuns Clay Morton, because Morton's weak to electricity, so... And there's no need to heal anything yet, so... Yes, this is one of those moves that you can't defend against. Flame Wall is a magic attack that's going to do instant damage, but we're pretty tanky right now, so we're able to handle it. Let me see, how much do mushrooms... Oh, we still got plenty. I'm not going to really heal or anything, because I don't really need to. And there you go, that's how you beat Clay Morton. And there we go, first major boss taken care of. Yes, Clay Morton was paralyzed, he can't move, and he shook off his paralysis. Sorry, just stretching. And we got animation of Mario getting a star piece here. Yeah, this game was hugely instrumental for making the Paper Mario series for what it is, because the first two Paper Mario games had star pieces to gather. Or something similar to that. You had Star Spirits in the first Paper Mario, then you had the Crystal Stars in Thousand Year Door, which, by the way, is also getting remastered and coming out next year. Can't wait for that one. And the Shy Guys are like, "Wow, we gotta get out of here. Wow, he's too strong." Yes. Now, in the speedrunning community, you could actually skip the Clay Morton battle. You could just, oh. I guess you couldn't, guess you really couldn't. I guess you can in this remaster, but in the SNES one, you could just go around it, and you can just talk to the Chancellor, and then boom, you got him. Alright, so Mallow's introducing himself to the Chancellor. We're going to go travel around the world to save him, and Mallow's going to suggest to us that we go visit his grandpa to try to find out more about what's going on. Alright, I'm going to go save really quick, and then we will end the episode here. Right where we left off on Friday, except now we got audio. And the star changes it from night to day. Alright, so next time around we will get the second star piece. And we will venture into an area that was very memeable back in the 06 era. Late 2000s. Alright. enjoy the rest of your week. Hopefully you have a good Thanksgiving. But we'll see you on Wednesday, so it shouldn't really be a problem for everybody. But yeah, we'll see you on Wednesday where we will do more Ace Attorney stuff, and then we will come back to this game on Friday. So have a good day, everybody. Have a good rest of the beginning of the week, and we'll catch you on Wednesday. If you like what you've seen, don't forget to like and subscribe, and be sure to share this with your friends if you so want to. If you enjoyed it and you want to share it with the